What is going on, everybody? Your boy Patman here with a bunch of new Halo Infinite news that just came out of the blue on Monday for you guys. We have new characters that might be bosses, we have a new vehicle and a new weapon to talk about, as well as what the topic is for this month's Inside Infinite update, and an update as well from 343 about when the Ask 343 event will be happening for the month. Hint, it's not going to be happening. So stay tuned throughout the whole video, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you love these kind of news updates, and subscribe if you're new here and want to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. So let's get started with the Inside Infinite update for this month. The theme has now been revealed. It will focus on the Waypoint team and how they're supporting Halo Infinite. And that is from John Unishek, one of the community managers at 343 Industries. He also went on to say that they're mixing it up and holding on the Ask 343 events for the time being, so we won't be getting one this week or even this month, because it seems like the studio is preparing for something big to show off around E3 time. Unishek says that they do have some good PC questions that were asked by the community, and they will circle back to it when it works best for the team at 343. So while that news may be disappointing, let's get some good news in here for some new characters revealed for Halo Infinite inside the new canon fodder update on Halo Waypoint. Now, this first piece of concept art is for one of the brute leaders, Hyperius, and he looks like a complete badass. The first thing everybody is going to talk about is what appears to be Locke's helmet on Hyperius's arm. This was, of course, talked about in extent last year when the toy for Hyperius got revealed and everybody was tripping out, until one of the other community managers at 343, Brian Gerard, or more commonly known as Sketch, spoke out about it and said, hey, we're not going to be spoiling anything with toys. It doesn't mean it's directly tied into the game when you see certain things on this character. Well, it's in the official concept art for Halo Infinite. Now, doesn't mean it's Locke. Locke could still be alive. Doesn't mean he's dead. Somebody else could be having the same armor as Locke. How many other Spartans wear the same exact helmet as Master Chief? But that is Locke's color scheme. But 343 did reiterate on Twitter that they weren't spoiling anything with this new concept art. And I'm also getting some serious Fist of Rucht vibes from what Hyperius is holding in his hands here. It looks like a ceremonial gravity hammer, much like Tartarus had in Halo 2. Now, if you guys pay attention to his necklace, a lot of people are asking if those are Spartan fingers as a necklace, and that would be completely awesome. And if we see him ripping fingers off of Spartans and making them into a necklace in some sort of cutscene, that would add even more terror to this guy and make him even more of a badass, and might suggest an M rating. Now, some are speculating that on his thigh there could be a piece of Sangheili armor, more specifically the Arbiter's armor from Halo 5. We all know he had that golden armor. But to me, it looks almost wooden or bone-like, because it looks like the same material on his chin there. It looks like it's like a chiseled bone kind of thing. Maybe some sort of animal that he killed, a big animal, and he's using that as a trophy. We also have concept art here of a brute called Tavares, and he looks pretty cool as well. Just not as badass, and nothing really to point out as much as with Hyperius. Now, something that I thought was interesting was the headliner for this section of the blog post. Before they showcase these pictures, is said in bold letters, boss mitigation. And that could confirm that we're going to see bosses in Halo Infinite, which wouldn't be the first time we've seen bosses in Halo. Of course, Tartarus was one in Halo 2, and we had Warden Eternal in Halo 5 several times. However, I do hope that we get some proper boss battles in Halo Infinite. I've mentioned this in a previous video before, that I would love to see boss fights with some sort of gameplay mechanics put into them, much like bosses in the Legend of Zelda series or Dark Souls. Even Destiny, to an extent, later in its life cycle, started to use bosses that were not just bullet sponges, and that's exactly what I would love to see out of Halo Infinite if we're gonna have bosses. Now, let's talk about the new weapon that has been shown off. It is called the Scrap Cannon, which is a turret that is fully detachable, and early on in the studio earned the nickname the Gatling Mortar. And as you guys can see at the front of the turret, it has two bayonets, which leads to the question, can you melee with the turret in your hands when it's detached, which would be an awesome little addition in my opinion. Moving on to the final news of the day, take a look at what is described as the Warthog's more spacious and robust cousin. This is the Razorback, guys, and with it being able to hold more people than a normal Warthog, well, That begs the question, Halo Infinite Battle Royale? You guys already know how I feel about that subject. It's a very hot take. A lot of people do not like that take from me in the community. Doesn't really matter because I like battle royales and I think Halo would have the absolute best battle royale, and this would be the perfect vehicle to be rolling with your squad in a battle royale. But I digress. I don't want to get too many dislikes on this video. You guys go ahead, smash the dislike button. I don't care. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all this new Halo news. Keep it locked here to the channel for future news content. And I hope to catch you on either a previous video of mine or a future video of mine. Until that time comes, I'm your boy Patman, and I'm out.